Hey folks, this is Dan Man. I'm back, and I thought I'd go ahead and try to get out as much stuff about hysteria while the hysteria is in me, because eventually it's going to wear off and I'm going to be moving on. But I am going to do more of them because I realize it's like a show. Um, but let's talk about the hysteria really quick. Well, anyways, you saw in the edit, before we kind of, we went through this edit, right? It was like, okay, here it is, yada, da, 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 da. And then we had the voices and everything. Now, most of the voices, like the coughing dialogue, was obviously me. Um, but the AI narrator, how do we do that? Well, I'm using 11 Labs speech synthesis. I've been using 11 Labs kind of since it came out. This is the V1. There's different models. There's like a V1, and then there's like I don't even know what that one is. And then there's this multilingual one. Probably will start using this one as well soon, or more so. But anyways, I dug this up, and what I mean by dugging it up, what I mean is I haven't used it all the time. I haven't found a place where, mostly because I do my own monologues. Like, I like to talk. So, it's easy for me to do my stuff. But what I also found when I got into it, though, I like the idea of voice printing. I think that's interesting. And I like the idea of writing dialogue because I love writing. That's like a whole nother part of me to talk about, but I really enjoy words. Just always have. It's weird. It's like stuff you don't realize until you realize it. But yeah, I just always loved language. And it's so funny. For like the longest time, I like never knew that I was really good at it until people like came to me and was like, "Do you know this about you?" I'm like, what do you mean? It's almost like you're walking around and you're Superman. You know what I mean? And my friend Peter like walks up to me and he's like, "Dan, do you know you're bulletproof?" What do you mean? No, I'm serious. I mean, that guy just rushed in here and he's like, "I'm gonna fire," and you turned around and said, "Dude, I was in line first, and then he shot you point blank, and it didn't go anywhere." And then I like immediately cut you off and go like, "Come on, we gotta get in the cab." Like, I don't want to hear that. You know what I mean? It's just funny. It's a funny reflection. Anyways, so I dug up. Oh, so what I'm trying to say is that you just don't know until you know. And I knew that it would be fun to play with. And so it's funny. It's like I took an audiobook I did of a short story. I cloned my own voice. And then it's funny. I did the audiobook my own live take, which was fine. And it had probably maybe potentially more emotional sort of inflection sometimes. But it also stressed me the fuck out. Like at the point of like not making content. You follow me? Sometimes the flow is not so much you and your voice, it's about you and the flow. Like you think that you're supposed to be a singer, when in reality, like you don't realize it, but you are a faucet. So then, like, Zeus is like sending Apollo down. He thinks he's a singer. He's not a singer. I don't care that he thinks he's a singer. He is a faucet on 5th and Main, and we need it open now for the next 5 hours. It's like, you know what I mean? That's what energy is like. It's like, and you're down there going like, well, wait a minute, I want to get the perfect mix. No, motherfucker. You either take the flow now, or you're taking 4 hits of acid and banging 7 guys in the closet. Well, all right, I'll do the closet. I mean, that's like, right? It's like, that's the thing. Um, anyways. So 11 Labs allows you to stay in flow, just like Runway allows you to stay in flow. Just like CapCut allows you to stay in flow. Just like Canvas, it keeps you in flow. There's a whole ecosystem of tools that are sort of designed to keep you in flow. Now, here's the only bad thing about 11 Labs is that they charge you for every take. So, like, for every piece of line I generate, they charge me. I get it, but I don't. I think that the more you generate, the more sort of karma curve you earn. So you earn this sort of like, oh, this guy really likes to use the project. He's using this all the time. I like that. And so you get rewarded for that flow, and you actually burn less tokens because you use the product more. Instead, what you do here is you remind me, burn, burn, burn. That's all you do is remind me of the burn. You remind me of the excess. You remind me of the waste. You don't reward me. You threaten me and then give me a quota to look at. All right. Steven, it's good to have you here at work. No, I think it's good. Go ahead and sit down here. We're going to process this data. You know, of course, Marjorie and Stan, your beautiful kids. I brought them in here. I know they're normally in school. Just going to go ahead and have them stand up here on the balcony with Bruno. You know Bruno? I know he's blind in kind of both eyes, and he loves to swing that mace. Anyway, they're going to tickle him, and we'll just see how well they'll do. Anyways, are you ready to get started? I mean, that's why I can't bring my family in and threaten them. Well, I got to use your product. Jesus. How dare you? How dare you? But that's the tokenization. That needs to be addressed. I mean, Runway has the same problem. Runway has you can join our Portia. I don't even know what the accent is in Runway, but I like to give like foreign accents to people. Und hier at Runway. Und here at Runway and Well, we will give you unlimited credits. And then there's like a guy from product over there going like, sir, technically it's not actually unlimited. What do you mean? Well, I mean, it's like unlimited, but it's like capped. And then like a guy comes over from engineering. He's like, well, yeah, because we can't like just give him a server for life. I mean, that's like stupid. And then someone comes over from the UX team and is like, well, I mean, we should understand it from like a product, journey standpoint. And then those two guys like look at the UX person and they're like, get the fuck out of here, because they just don't want to hear that line right now. And then someone comes over from HR and is like, can you tell me a little bit? And then another person that comes over from like the head of product evangelism comes over and is like, can we keep this down right now? We're trying to do this. And then someone comes over from compliance and it's like, we having issues? Okay, because we're 12 minutes over, right? We have a obligation to be done at, was it at 2:30? Okay, we're coming up on 2:05 now. Nancy, are you okay with it? Are we still doing the lunch? Okay, are we going to break for the drink? Like, you know what I mean? The person in compliance gets the most time on the clock. Why is that? Because everyone's afraid of the fucking compliance guy. All right, and then of course the CEO shows up. Hey, this is great. What do we do again? I've been in business too long. Anyways, it's just all jokes. I can't stop it. The signal comes to you. And you know what's funny is it's not actually humor. It's not like Apollo's coming down going, hey, Dad, what's going on? Yeah, it's docking up there, me and Lightning. Who? Zeus, you idiot. Oh, yeah. Anyways, here's your next 2 joke books for the next 4 weeks. Try to pace them out. We can't only write them so fast. And then they leave. No, it's not that. Again, it's just energy to them. They come down. What the fuck you been doing, huh? We've had the tap open for like what, 6, 7 hours? What, you and Peter been just sitting on the couch? What, Peter get you all fucked up on this hash rosin again? Is he still trying to push that Pepe shit? Is that what's going on? And like Paul comes out comes out of the bathroom. Oh, hey there. Yo, Fondrick or Fedrick, who the fuck are you? Dude with got balls on your face? Perpetual stand up is a state of mind. It's a place to be. All right, so 11 Labs. So here's some content, and I have some basic settings, and it was just really easy to come in here and just write the content. Let's talk about the formatting. When you do a ... you get kind of a gaspy sort of ending or kind of a trail off, just like you think. A ... is a trail off. Questions sort of end like a question. Explanation point sort of sets a tone. There's a lot of inners here like this, and then inner here. This is basically to say this is a line. This is a line. This is a line, and then it kind of keeps going. Or this is a line, but it's part of the same line. That's kind of the stuff you're saying. I would like to know more like inflection language coding. Like I should be able to write some special characters as like a sneeze or a or whatever. It would be nice. I don't know. This is also with only like 4 or 5 clips of his voice at like, super low quality. But that's okay. In fact, I don't know if it's the quality of the person's voice as much as matters as getting sort of their inflection print, and accent and tone and some other stuff. Here, I really feel like I just kind of experimenting in the danger zone, which is what it's trying to say. It can also lead to instabilities. I love that. You know what I mean? Experimental software coming out and like warning you about what it does. You know what I mean? It's like, welcome to the Boeing 650AG awesome plasma railgun test. As you know, the plasma railgun can vaporize an entire planet in just... Like, seriously, if you were just fucking around and high on drugs, you could shoot and destroy everything. But I want to remind you, it may have some slight irregularities. Like, of course. Anyways. So then, yeah, so I just write the line and let's generate it. All right, so you can tell the sound is kind of breaking up in pieces. And that's mostly because of your variable unstable. Like over here, warning, this is 10% unstable. You're entering with situational knowledge, but you are maybe going to be fucked up. Which is kind of the heart of hysteria in the first place, if you think about it, you're doing whatever. But hey. So I can play with this. Let's say I'll move that up. I might keep that around there, and then I'll generate again. Anyways, yeah, so that's the tool I kind of use for a lot of stuff. And sometimes I had to do multiple takes to find sort of the clips I kind of wanted to piece together. I really like it. I'll probably try other dialogue tools. I have Bark on another platform. I'm probably going to try that. And then I was talking to Michael, the Cortex operator there, Michael, um, and he was talking about sort of blending voices together. So sort of blending. I've been thinking about that too. In fact, I wish 11 Labs had an advanced lab where you can, really stir the pot. You're like, okay, throw as many voices you'd like in here, and then tell us a little bit about this person, and then give us some situational, blah blah blah. That's the kind of cool thing. Now, the other thing that's really cool in 11 Labs before we leave it, let's just look at all the stuff it does. This dubbing, oh my god, this dubbing is nuts. This is like the new nuts function of 11 Labs because you can take stuff and dub it. So here is me talking, one of my characters talking about Dosibo, and he's a little Santa guy, and we're going from English to Italian. It's not always perfect. And it kind of like it's funny is like I have an affinity for like Russian accent and like Japanese. I just love it. Like here, this is really funny. This is a clip where I'm listening to Twitter Spaces, and then at the same time I'm watching Robotron footage, and I'm just smashing them together and recording that like in the background while I'm working on a proposal. It's like I'm always recording footage. It's like you just don't know. It's like if it comes to you, like grab it and do it. Yeah, I really believe in that. So, so anyways, listen to this one. And now it's detecting multiple speakers because that's a Twitter space. That's hilarious. Um, this one was a really funny one. This one we have this Karen chick. This is a popular clip that came out this year where this chick comes on and she's like freaking out on camera. And I was like, oh, let's put that in Japanese. I think it got stuck right there because I don't know, someone did something wrong with the clip. But that was a really good one. This is me doing one of my female sort of high high tone characters. This character is, but it's kind of everyone's always tells me like, why does that sound so Jewish? Whatever. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I was around a lot of them. It's just kind of like a raspy character kind of voice. I like. Anyways, let's take that voice, which I love to fuck with, and let's see how it captures what I like to fuck with and turn it into what it thinks it is. God, that's crazy. Uh, oh my god. Fishman, of course, is another one of my characters. He's kind of an imperial kind of. He's a fun character to do. Now, one thing is that I felt like it dubbed it fine, but I didn't think it was in sync, and that's because and this is something to be a note for Adobe. Really, is that when you go into Adobe Character Animator, which I have up over here, um, great program. I can't recommend it enough. But one of the issues in here is that when you record a character, You're recording English. So like what I'm thinking is lip sync inflection notions are probably different for English than they are Japanese. So what I kind of want to do is I want to deliver the piece in English, but I want the character inflections to be translated over to the Japanese, which that's happening in the translation of the software, in the translation of Voice Yourself. Like it comes across. I will say that I had to scream out this acting. Like I couldn't just do like Japanese, like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" Like didn't sound right. But when I was like, "Hey guys, what the fuck is going on?" Right? If I was like that, then it would like the Japanese guy would be like, which is my American assumption of how they talk, which is probably totally incorrect. But that's what I want to hear. Anyway. What does this mean, by the way? Does this mean that you can make your own anime? Yes. Now, if someone would say, you can make your own anime now and just not have it in Japanese, and I would say, you can leave. How dare you even assume any degree of something you could even call anime in English? Like, that is so offensive to me. And it's because the English spoken word doesn't belong on an anime canvas. However, the masked Japanese tone, and it might be correct, is good enough. And so I'm looking forward to that. I am going to make Japanese characters. And are they translating 100%? I don't know. That's just it. As a good director, I don't know if it is. And it doesn't matter because I am here for the performance. And lip syncing. Can we get that fixed? Like, that's really what you want. I just want the performance. The fact that you can understand it, whatever. That's marginal. Hindi was interesting. This is a robot character I do. I don't even know if that's correct or not. Swedish. This is another character I do. This is a doctor. Well, this is pretty cool because it's got subtitles all around it, and I should just download that and see what it's like. Because I have a lot of cussing in there. That would be interesting to check out later. Here's OMG Russian. What is that? Oh, this is actually a song. This is another hilarious one. I gotta put that on. Anyways, so 11 Labs is really just fun software. These are other characters I have. These are all friends I have. It's built on. Well, Hazel is one of my voices. That's my voice as well. Marty Brown Clown is another character I do. That's Hurls, the lead narration character in Hysteria. Forkus is me. This is Ruckus, one of my friends in Cincinnati. This is a friend of mine who's like, don't ever use my voice again. My friend Mac. And then, of course, Meta Baby, another good friend of mine. They have more people. Kind of going to be gathering people now because now I kind of want to build out a voice library, folks. Anyways, thanks for tuning in and listening to the tools behind Hysteria, part one. Probably going to be a lot of these, but yeah, thanks. Keep making. Ship it. Don't think about whether it mattered because you already know it does.